Hey, how's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you our inbox management process that we do here at Infinite Bookings. If you guys don't know who I am and what I do, my name is Alex Makowski. I run Infinite Bookings, which is a cold email lead generation agency, currently working with 19 active clients. On a monthly basis, we'll get anywhere from 80 to even sometimes 120 qualified sales opportunities for us and our clients. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. A lot of people kind of neglect the inbox management side of things, and now more than ever, it is extremely important. And the reason why it's extremely important is because a lot of people will focus on the three factors of cold email, which is infrastructure, so your email accounts, your email accounts, your domains, your sending tools, stuff like that. They'll focus on the lead list, so the data, so where you get your emails from, stuff like that, segmentation, all that type of stuff, and then the scripts. All right, they'll think that those are the three main important things, and to be honest, they are very important. But there's also another factor which is extremely important and is the part where you take a positive response and actually book in the call, which is what you actually are looking for, and that's the inbox management process. And it's severely overlooked just because it's like the last thing, and people kind of just don't think that it makes a big difference. Um, I'll be honest, when we started implementing proper inbox management, something like this, um, our results skyrocketed just because we were taking the same amount of positive responses. Right? Let's say we had 10 positive responses, but we converted more of those positive responses into booked calls. Right away, our revenue just went up. Right away, the amount of qualified sales opportunities that we were sending our clients and for ourselves went up, and we didn't even send more emails. We didn't even make our scripts more efficient. We just followed up better, right? We just had a more efficient inbox management process. So this may be a little boring because it's not like flashy like scripts and getting good data, but this will push the needle in your campaigns, and be able to turn more positive responses that you already have into booked calls, right? That's the whole thing. So, and I also want to say that this process, we started like really taking care of our inbox management like 6 months ago, 7 months ago. And it looked wildly different than what it is now. And to be honest, in another 6 months, it'll probably be a little more complex and a little different as well. So this is for now. This isn't for ever. So obviously, you always have to be on top of stuff and making sure that you're following trends and making sure that you are on top of the game. And this is currently what we're doing for our clients. So let's get right into it. When you get a positive response in your cold email sequence, we respond within 15 minutes. And that is the max, right? Usually it's closer 5 to 10, but the maximum amount of time that you want to spend, that the lead replied to you, but you didn't reply to them, is 15 minutes, right? This is when they're still hot, right? This is like when they still just texted you back or stuff like that. You want to take that energy that they're giving you and turn that into a booked call as soon as possible, right? Because it's much easier, there's much less friction, right? They still have you fresh, top of mind. Now, we respond to them within 15 minutes with a good, solid response, answering their question, booking a call, stuff like that. And it doesn't stop there. After that, we find their mobile phone number using clay.com or Apollo, depending on which one you prefer. And we find their mobile phone number. We literally just call them, right? So if you're smaller, you could just use a phone, like your iPhone, or you can have systems built out where you use Close and you just use a ringer or a dialer, and call them on there, right? So we call them once. If they don't pick up, we call them again, right? So we really want to get them onto a call here. And this is honestly a very important process because if they pick up here and they are somewhat interested, they will most likely book a call with you, and they'll also increase trust a lot because they're speaking to an actual person, right? It's not a robot. It's not, some outsourced VA or anything, for the most part. They're just talking to a real person, and obviously that increases trust and builds a little bit of frame, for the actual sales call. So that's the second part of that. And then if they don't respond after the second call, then we text them. So as you think, like, you literally just take your phone and text them. Um, And then if we have access to our clients' LinkedIn and Twitter, or for ourselves, then we just follow them on LinkedIn and Twitter, right? So that's the within 15 minutes part, right? And there's also, oh yeah, right here. And this is what I was saying before. Hot leads take action, right? Cold leads, they need to like think about it and they need to think about it more. And overall, they're not as efficient in converting into sales calls, right? They take more effort. So you might as well just savor this hot lead status that they have and simply book in a call with them right away. And that's why this is pretty rigorous here. So next is 2 hours after this response. If they don't respond, we still email them again. Hey, just making sure you saw this, right? I know it sounds cliche, like, hey, just bumping this up, or hey, making sure you saw this, but it works because that shows that like you're an actual person. Most people aren't emailing them twice in a day, and it's super gentle, right? It's just a bump, but it's not like there's no chance they'll forget about you, right? That's what we want. Call them again, text them again, social media message. And this is also just, hey, just making sure you saw my email and didn't go to spam, right? So something like that. So this is all within the first 2 hours of them sending you a positive response. Now, just to give you a little bit of frame, I'll log into people's smart leads and I'll see the timestamps. And they're like, I don't know why I'm not able to book so many calls. I'm, getting good results. My positive responses are there. Everything is good. I just don't have booked calls. And then I take a look at how many or how long it takes for them to respond to a lead. And it's like a few days, right? Like anything over a day is like insane. Like they're basically a cold lead at that point. So you need to make sure that you are following up with these people relatively quickly. And obviously, within 15 minutes for some people is impossible, just because, like, if you're running cold email for yourself as an agency, like, you have meetings, you go to the gym, you go out to eat, like, it's not always possible, but the quicker you can get to them, it is always going to be better. If something, you can even just hire an inbox manager for a few $100 a month and let him do that, right? That's a best way that you can get started. Just have good SOPs and stuff like that, and he'll be able to basically within 5-10 minutes get back to these people. Okay, so next, as we move for them to be even more of a cold lead, the next day we email them again, call them again, text them again, and then another social media message. All right, so this is the first day. We have 3 follow-ups go out in the first basically 24 hours. Now, a lot of people will say that this is rigorous and annoying. Now, our response to that and our thinking behind all of this inbox management and why it is a little more frequent than most people is we have conviction in what we're selling, right? Whether it's lead gen services or the companies that we're working with, we have conviction that these companies are helping these prospects and that they will genuinely, for example, if they're a Facebook ad agency for e-com brands, they will genuinely help that e-commerce brand get from 5 to 10 million, right, in ARR. So that's kind of the whole thinking behind it is it's not annoying if you're trying to help these people, right? If you think it's annoying, you most likely lack a little bit of conviction and your ability to service deliver. And at the end of the day, if you're not going to follow up with them, someone else is going to. So you might as well just follow up with them and be a little more rigorous. And the worst case that's going to happen is you'll get a few hate emails, but honestly, I prefer a little more hate emails, even if I'm just going to generate more results for clients and obviously cash in the bank, right? So that's the thinking behind all this. Now, this is, like I mentioned, this is what we're doing right now. This was not what we were doing 6 months ago, and this is most likely not what we're going to be doing in 6 months. So it's always important that you keep iterating and see how the people are responding so that you can make changes and obviously optimize your system. So hopefully that helps you guys turn more positive responses into booked calls. I know a lot of people who are getting tons of positive responses, but they're just having trouble getting them onto a sales call. So if this helped you, I'm glad. If you guys are looking for a done for you, done with you, or more like a consulting option for cold email, just book a call with me down below and we can talk about that. And yeah, thanks for watching and have a good day.